Hello traders and welcome to our market update. It's Tunapan here, founder of Master the Markets Illustrious Conference and the Traders Open Day. So here we are on today. It's going to be the 22nd of May. Just one more week towards the end of May itself. Can you believe it? It's already the fifth month already going to finish, and it's going to go to sixth month, and we're still in the global pandemic continues. However, here we are. Great opportunities still on the market. We just have to see how we take advantage of them. Before I go through the markets, just a very quick topic, what I usually do. So let's take a look at that. First topic today I'm going to be looking at is gaps. So we're going to be taking a look at gaps. Now, firstly, I just want to go through with you on what are the different type of gaps that you can get. One which is very well known is called the runaway gap. Okay, and the other one is basically a gap which basically goes against you. So the runaway gaps, actually I will subcategorize them, to be honest, rather than saying point number two. Runaway gaps can be either in your trade direction that you have chosen, or the other one can be against you. Okay, so either in your favor of your trade direction or against you. Now let me explain this on what these runaway gaps can be in the subcategories. So for example, if you have, let's say, a buyer bar, and that's your confirmation signal to enter on this price, and this price, let's say it's $1.50. Okay, and at $1.50, that's the price that you want to buy at, but the next bar then opens at $1.55. Okay, $1.55. Right, now you see, now that's a gap because you wanted to buy at $1.50 at the close of this bar, but however the next bar, when you want to buy it at $1.50, gaps up, right? So just one distinction I need to make is that when we say we want to enter on the close of this bar, we are basically saying that we want to get that price basically after the bar has closed. Okay, that's an important distinction that I must make. Right, so once the bar is closed, you got a reference price that you want to get, which is $1.50, but the next bar then opens at $1.55. So you're not able to get that price at $1.50, you see. It's a gap in your favor, though, in the direction that you want to take, because you want to go long, right? So there's a 5-cent gap. Now, for those kind of gaps, before I say how to trade them, so let's go through what they are first. So this is a runaway gap in your favor. Now the other type of gap that can have, you want to buy it at $1.50. However, it then opens lower, okay, at $1.45. Okay, so this is against your trade direction that you wanted to enter. You want to go up, right? But it gapped down. But remember, in either case scenario, we've not discussed about entering yet. You're not in the market yet, okay? I'm just talking about the different types of gaps. So either it gaps up or it gaps down, okay? And in this case example, you want to go long. All right, good. So far so good. Now how do you then trade that? Remember, your reference point is always the price that you want to get, which is $1.50. Okay, so here I'm not getting my $1.50, it's 5 cents off. So what you can do, so this will be my second point, which we're going to now, is how we trade them. Application, right? Application on trading. Now in the gap that goes in your favor, what you can do then, if you can write a rule saying within this number of pips, within X number of pips or points, if it has gapped in your favor, then you still enter. Okay, so in this example, let's say I say within a gap of, let's say, 10 cents. Okay, that means up to 160 I can still enter. Up to 160 I can still enter. If it gapped 170, then I do not do that. Okay, so until 10 cents I can enter. So you have to define that X number of points or pips. Usually we will do 10 pips or 10 points. Okay, now why do we do that? Just in the instance that it never comes back and it just keeps going, you don't want to miss a trade, and 10 cents is still okay, you can give it away, right? Now in the case that it does a 20-cent gap, you may ask, Thiru, then what do I do? Then you put a limit order, of course. Okay, if you don't understand limit and stops, go and revisit the videos that we have done. There's so many on YouTube channel, you can subscribe to them as well, so that you get notifications as we post the videos. Now the other thing over here, what you can see, if however it gapped not in your favor, it went down, 150 is on the top, then of course very simply you just put a pending order. Okay, so that's how you apply the gaps. Now in this case it's quite apparent, the gap. Sometimes the gap can be very small, and that happened to us on dollar Swiss over here. So close price was 96.484, and over here the open price was 96.486. So you can see, what do we have? We had a gap up, right? But I want to go short, I want to go down. So what do? We put a pending order at 96.48. Usually we drop the last digit of 96.484, so we only put 96.48. And in this instance, you would have never been triggered into the trade. Even I myself, I mean, it did slip me a little bit, but once I realized it and I closed the trade for a small loss, until if I had held on to it, it would have gone all the way to my initial stop loss. Okay, that's what we do not want, right? Now, so that is good in terms of the application. Okay, right. So, and I showed you one example as well. So that is the thing on this topic here. So runaway gaps, the two types of gaps in your favor or against you, how to enter them, pending or limit orders, and within what range of number of points or pips as well. And the third thing is the true example what I gave you over here on cash-in 4.0. Okay, great. So that's that on the topic. So quick look at the markets for now. Dollar Swiss is on a downtrend still. I still feel there's a little bit of open equity to the downside. So we will see how that turns out to be. Dollar Yen, a lot of consolidation here. Still a downtrend. It is stalling around the 50. I would say there's a more downside potential there, so we'll wait on that. Cable, on the other hand, it's still pulling further down. We did look to capture this turning point, however it's not been very successful on it. It's taken out this level over here, gone further down. That's not a good sign. So we have come out of that position at the moment. I would say there's a very high probability of it going further down and taking out that low. Okay, right, so that's to do on cable. Euro dollar, a bit of stalling over there, still first interruption, very slow runner. I don't see really much of a move, but either way, good probability of taking out this high here. Stops are there, so if you want to enter this, I mean, maybe a pending order on the high or based on the stretch level would be good with a stop over here. Usually first interruptions, they usually fail and they should go further up, so we'll see how that performs to be. Okay, so Aussie dollar, on the other hand, open equity still to the upside, so we'll see how that turns out to be. Just at a bit of consolidation over here, see if it does take out the high. Euro yen, yes, we did signal this in smart money yesterday, still going, unrealized profit at the moment. In terms of euro yen over here, we did capture this PSWP. Let's see if it does become a turning point or not. Bitcoin, in a consolidation here, it's the 10,000 level mark what we are having. I would say a little bit more open equity to the downside is what we're looking at. Oil, nice run, taken out the last high, $32. Usually what I've seen is that the first upturn usually is not the turning point. It will be a bit of retracement, but look to capture the turning point after that. Gold, on the other hand, let's take a look. Gold is still hovering. It's still very strong. It's still very resilient. around 1750 mark. I'll still say a bit of downside, maybe even to take out these support levels before it goes up further higher. FTSE upside as well. Over here, still not very strong move, is it, traders? Over here, look at the move that it's doing and the way it's going up. I'm sure that a lot of oscillators will be giving a lot of divergent signals there. Dow, on the other hand, again consolidating between all these levels over here. See which way it breaks out. Yeah, it looks like it's struggling. So the levels to look at 22,900 or 24,000. I would say probably there's a lot of stops to the upside, a lot of shorts probably in the market, maybe a breakout to the upside, and then probably further down is what I would say. Probability S&P more or less similar. Soya beans more to the downside. We are this on the cash in strategy as well, so we'll see how that carries on. Wheat, you can see that we had a bit of a move to the upside as well. I would say there's still a bit more move to the upside. We'll see how that carries on, carrying on into the week. How did we perform for this week? Markets are still in a quite tight compression, so good thing is we've not had that many signals. We've stayed out of the market. We've preserved our capital and our winnings. Only thing which is floating profit at the moment is Euro Yen on the smart money strategy. In terms of our live trading room, in terms of cash in for this week, if you were to total up from 18 to 22nd May today, small loss of minus 0.89% on cash in. And in terms of money bars 2.0, we had cable which we took and we came out at 121.83. So again, very small loss over there too, of minus 0.32%. So if you were to add that all up together, we have a small loss of this week of minus 1.21%. Okay, make sure that as professional traders, we always make sure that we keep our losses small, so that when the big runs come, they can just wipe away all this small losses. Okay, so once you know how your strategy performs, your drawdowns, your profits, you'll be confident to just keep pulling through your strategy. All right, okay, great. I guess that's pretty much that on me on this market update video. And if you have any questions, just keep posting to us, book a review session with us, talk to us about where you're getting stuck and how you would like help as well. And on the other hand, if you want to get notifications too, so you can hit the subscribe button and you can hit the like button too on this video. Okay, so looking forward to connecting with you guys in our future events or webinars. And as we say, till next time, stay disciplined, follow your trading plan, and keep trading like a master.